thankfully did get some sunshine into the area this afternoon to help us dry out from the really wet stretch we've had here. Current temperatures at Savannah Hilton Head International Airport are in the upper 80s, 87 being officially reported. Dew points are towards the 70-degree mark, but certainly not as bad as they could be this time of year. Winds out of the west will also shift to northwesterly tonight. But outside of that, Viper radar does have a little bit of activity. Again, thankfully not a total washout like we had for portions of your Saturday, but right along the immediate coast again, watching that sea breeze try to make its way in, but as the west wind continues to be in play, that will push it towards the coast and not a very strong land and sea breeze circulation as we push deeper into August. But some stray showers may find a rumble of thunder in the next couple of hours, but generally west of US 25 is where most of the activity continues across a lot of our interior counties. Glenville and Reedsville, you've been getting activity the last hour or so. Uvalde down to Hazelhurst as well. This will generally be the big winners for the rest of the evening. And again, not looking at what we've had over the last few days. In some spots, again, 6 to 8 inches of rain the last several days. A lot of flooding reports. This also exacerbated coastal flooding that thankfully did not shut down Highway 80 last night. Not looking at that scenario to hold true tonight. Now, out the door for your Monday morning. Again, overnight tonight, temperatures dip into the low and mid 70s. Patchy fog may be a possibility for some spots with more humidity and a bit lighter of winds. But overall, sunshine dominates the early portion of the day. And again, those temperatures won't quite skyrocket. We're actually awaiting a cold front into the region. First, the area of disturbed weather and associated low pressure are now pulling out of the region. That has thankfully led to overall fairly nice conditions for the day today. There's that cold front. It will take its time to get here, of course, but still, it is a cold front. There will be a noticeable drop in temperatures. And again, slowly makes its way through the region through the day. Monday may provide shower and storm chances about 30% or so. Then once you get into Tuesday, drier air mass works in, not a ton of deep moisture to work with, and this activity will be shunted to the north. So overall rain chances will drop off fairly significantly and in quick order. Your muggy meter is going to get a huge change, by the way. Again, almost downright miserable. Conditions improve by the time you get towards the middle of the week with mornings in the 60s and afternoons that won't feel so uncomfortable. So taking the victories where we can get them this time of year as what is called false fall settles in. Now, a look at the tropics does show Fernan off to the north, and quick look at 99L, by the way, and this tropical wave is really struggling as it gets towards the Caribbean. Thunderstorm activity is starting to settle down a bit, and it has a long road ahead of it, and the hurricane hunters did not find any type of circulation. So good news is those development odds keep coming down. Fernan has 45-mile-per-hour winds. Again, brief opportunity to intensify over about the next 24 hours before overall the environment just becomes too hostile to maintain a tropical system. No threat to land, and our area remains in the clear. Again, patchy fog is in play. Overall, though, lower 70s. That's a comfortable feel out the door. Mid 70s, of course, if you're eastbound from I-95. Now, during today, tomorrow, 90s are in play. You may find a heat index about 100 to 105 at times, but isolated storms could develop about 30% or so. Models aren't necessarily into it, but with a front moving through the area and our daily cycle of afternoon storms, it's always in play here for the coastal empire and low country. On the water, again, keep an eye to the sky. There is the chance for showers and storms in the area, but overall seas of 2 to 3 feet will be fairly manageable. That will also stick around. Need to update those tide times. I'll have that for you later on by 11 o'clock. Your 7-day forecast brings a very nice change to the area. One more day of heat and humidity. I should say Tuesday will also be quite hot, but also you get towards the end of the week, we are living for that with those cool mornings and fairly mild afternoons.
False fall, one of my favorite times of the year, I can't lie.
Yeah, it's always a nice time to get a break.
And it's nice to see, a 7-day without a long stretch of rain. It's very refreshing.
Yes.
Yeah, we had some good weather over in Atlanta, too, for a great day.